One, two, one, two. It's going to be a fantastic second race of the season in the F4 Middle East Championship 2025. It's a very different day today. As you can see, the sun is out, and it's going to be a very strange race for a lot of the drivers out there. This is the reverse grid affair, the second race of the season, and it puts the South African Cole Hewitson on pole position. But alongside him, the locals here have a hero to shout for, Adam Alazari. A year ago, his brother was fighting for the title. Now it's Adam Alazari's chance to step forward and claim his first victory in F4. But he has got a mountain to climb, and a lot of very competitive drivers around him who want to take that away. Yesterday's race one winner, Emanuele Olivieri, is going to be starting from 10th on the grid alongside Kian Nakamura-Berta, who from P9 is going to have a lot of work to do to work his way further forward through the field. There's a lot to come in this race. It's the only one of the F4 races that's going to be running daylight this weekend, and it's still fairly cold at the start of the race. So there's a lot to do and an awful lot of work still to come. Plus, the advantage of a reverse grid race is that there's plenty of opportunity for the drivers in the mid-pack and around the top 10 to push their way further forward. A lot can still happen, and a lot is set to change. So let's catch up with some of the drivers as they prepare for race 2. Now, last year you were racing in Super 1 at the beginning of the year and became the Junior Rotax champion, and you went straight in at F4 on the international scene. How big a jump was it to go from Super 1 straight into F4?
Yeah, I think that karting was definitely a good help for like racecraft and just learning like all the basics and stuff that I need to go into F4. But I think it's definitely a big jump, like physically and like the speed wise. But I think F4 is a great opportunity to be able to like learn even more and hopefully maximise the best I can out of my rookie F4 season.
So guys, you've been racing obviously back home in your native Qatar. What's the racing been like coming up to this point, first of all? Taha, you can tell us a little bit about it?
We haven't done any Formula 4 races so far, so we've been doing karting. We just had a huge national race called the Marina Champions. It went good. It went well so far. So yeah, I'm happy. It went well so far. So yeah, I'm happy about that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So stepping out of karting into cars, obviously, Tamim, you can tell us a bit about the jump up. It's your first time in an F4 car. So what's been the biggest change for you as a racing driver?
It's very different. The speed, especially the braking. I've been having a bit of trouble with the braking and the gear shifting and everything else. But it's a very fun jump up and really enjoyed it.
Now, you're a passionate driver. You love this sport with your whole heart, and you're very much representing the Principality of Macau. I know for a fact that one of your ambitions has got to be to go and race on your home circuit at Gia and try and win on the streets there. Is this kind of the first stepping stone really to kind of maximizing that opportunity, taking these sort of skills and molding it into something you can go for the win there?
Well, I guess in a few ways yes, in a few ways no. You obviously have to be used to being in a car, but in terms of driving at Macau is like a special place. It's not like anywhere else. I mean, you can obviously compare it to Monaco, but in the categories that I'm racing, I don't get to go there, obviously. So the main thing will just be being comfortable inside of a car and gaining experience. But in terms of track knowledge, it's really a special place. So I guess one of the things that you also have to get accustomed to is the adaptability and the different situations you may find yourself in.
You spent a lot of time competing through the motor racing season in 2024. What lessons and what tricks have you taken coming into this new year?
Well, obviously I've learned a lot about racing in these big cars. I haven't been really used to it, but I got some experience in the F4 Spanish Championship with technical racing. But yeah, now I really I know my car perfectly, and just, yeah, I've been racing, gaining experience, you know.
Now, practice is obviously only half the battle. You've got to work a lot on how you work the engine temperatures, how you make sure the tyres go the distance. Having been a rookie last year, now you've got that knowledge. How do you now apply that and turn it into consistent race wins?
Yeah, I think the tyre compound has changed since last year, so it's a very different dynamic. So it's a lot of work that we're having to do collectively as a team. So yeah, that makes it quite exciting. These test days have been very crucial for us. I feel like we've executed it well. We've done good work. But you know, there's still so much to learn. There's so many unknowns. We haven't driven at night yet, and a lot of our races are at night. And there's a lot of tire management strategy that needs to go on as well. You know, differently last year with a different tire compound, things were handled a bit differently. Of course, bringing some of that experience from last year helps. But I think there's still a lot of unknowns, and the nice thing about it is it's the same for everyone. So it's who manages the best, and it's not just the driver, it's the team as a whole. So at the end, it's a team effort, and yeah, I think we've done a good job so far in the practices. We just kind of need to put it together in the races.
Well, clearly 14 years ago, 15 years ago, when there was the first Korean Grand Prix in Formula One, that must have been what really sparked the interest for you as a driver. You must be hoping that it's the start of a real avalanche of talent from your nation. Is it nice to be the one leading the way?
Yeah, it's really difficult because from our country, like, it's not really famous as the other countries like. Yeah, it is not easy as I'm going through this racing as Korean alone, and there was like not many people who was successful in the past. So it is difficult, but yeah, for me it's really great, and I will try my best, and then I want to make our country proud and of myself.
So great to hear from the drivers as they prepare for the second race of the three. I should apologise in advance because unfortunately my voice is not on the best side at the moment. I've got what they call air conditioner's flu, but hopefully we'll still have plenty of action to talk about. And that's the thing about being professional. You muck about, you get on with it, and you push on through. On this particular circuit at Abu Dhabi, on the Yas Marina circuit layout, the Grand Prix configuration, Although we are starting from the support pit lane, it has been an interesting weekend so far. Yesterday, there was a lot more tyre degradation in the evening than I think a lot of the teams were prepared for. This man has definitely got it all to do. The South African, Cole Hewitson, lining up in pole position for the XL Motorsport team. Had a very tricky race yesterday, still in a very good run, but it looks as though he's going to have a very tough mission to win this race. 28 minutes, of course. In the world of F4 Middle East, all the races are the same length, so all the same amount of points are available. 30 for the win. Adam Al-Azadi in a high pressure position, but he certainly looks ready to cope with the challenge. And the man who lives just an hour and a half's drive down the road on the Palm Jumeirah, looking for his first ever win in F4 racing. He's been in the car just under a year now in race trim, tested it a little bit longer than that. Spoke to his father this morning, and I tell you what, I haven't seen him look that nervous for quite a while. But this is an exciting opportunity for him to move forward. This man, Thomas Stoltjemanis, could well be described as the favourite coming into this one, with a year of experience behind him in F4 already. Starting third position, he's got two relative newcomers in front of him on the grid, Cole Hewitson and Adam Al-Azadi. Stoltjemanis, who struggled for tyre degradation yesterday, actually has a genuine chance to turn this into his first win of the campaign. So it could be really interesting to see how he moves forward. There is Alexander Savinkov, fourth position on the grid, carrying the Ukrainian flag on his halo in deference to his mother. So Savinkov continuing on his way. He actually races under an Italian license, just to confuse the issue. But there are some great competitors around the course. And there is Renaud Franco, one of the stars of yesterday's race. Certainly had the courage and determination to roll his sleeves up and go for the moves when it mattered. So Renaud Franco, definitely a driver worthy of a good race performance today. And from P5 on the grid, he should have a lot of opportunities to move his way further forward. There is Chi-Jin Ray, a very talented youngster, pushing his way further forward with the Prema team.
Time to leave the grid, please.
Now that Zhou Guanyu has opened the floodgates for Chinese talent to make their way all the way to the Formula One world, there could be quite a few more joining him, and Chi-Jin Ray definitely one of those with the potential to make that kind of statement. It's going to be a really exciting battle between all of the contenders here. Don't forget that with this being the reverse grid race, we've got the top four drivers from yesterday's encounter. Emanuele Olivieri, Kiya Nakamura-Berta, Sebastian Weldon and Salim Hadda occupying the fourth and fifth rows between them, with Emanuele Olivieri the dominant force in yesterday's first race, starting back in P10. Here's what happened yesterday. Under the floodlights, we had a very interesting run. Alex Powell had a spectacular getaway until he got into second gear, and then the car got stuck there. Nothing he could do about it as he watched his teammate Emanuele Olivieri disappear into the distance, and poor Alex Powell was stuck in second gear until he made his way back to the pits. Fortunately for him, there was a safety car on the first run as Fu Yuhao and Renaud Franco got a little bit too close for comfort, and it was Fu Yuhao who ended up in the barriers. Chinese driver out of the race, the safety car came out, and it meant Alex Powell could have a little bit of attention to his gearbox. Sadly, it wouldn't be enough to put him back into contention. He would later get tangled up in an incident with Beda Al-Salaiti. When the race restarted, there were plenty of battles. Alexander Bondarev and the number 24 Seth Gilmore getting in the wars and having some great racecraft all the way throughout. It was great as well to see Renaud Franco challenging the likes of Martin Molnar and all of his comers around him. It'll be an interesting one to see if Molnar can really come up with the goods from 11th on the grid, just missing out on that reverse grid pole. There were some great performances from the Mumbai Falcons and the Prema boys, putting in some great, exciting races all the way through, wheel to wheel the whole way, and under the floodlights for many of these drivers, their first ever F4 race under the night sky. But out in front, there was one man dominant and jubilant as nobody could keep up with the man at the front end of the field, Emanuele Olivieri. Such a commanding result, and now that could be the first of many this season. Nakamura-Berta, rookie champion last year, second in race one, and he says they've still got more to find. If he finds it, he could run away with this championship. But for now, Race GP and Emanuele Olivieri are the team to beat. So with the drivers only just getting over the spray of the bubbly last night, now they go into the race today with big expectations. The sunshine is out, and we've got 2 or 3 cars actually struggling to get away from the grid. That's one of the pinnacles not moving. So that is very unfortunate indeed for somebody. Looks to me as though Farah Yusuf could be starting from the pit lane as she did yesterday. But let's go through the grid in full formation. We've got a reverse grid situation coming into this race, and it's going to be a tough one for the South African on pole position, Cole Hewitson. He's got so much pressure on his young shoulders. So we work our way through this starting grid in full then. Drivers are ready for an exciting battle. It's going to be a very competitive race, this one, from the sharp end of the field. So let's go through the grid and the drivers one by one. Front row of the starting grid, Cole Hewitson, Adam Alazari, the home favourite, second on the grid. Thomas Stoltemanis for Latvia, and then Alexander Savinkov, fourth position. He could be mighty in this one. Renault Franco alongside Chijin Ray. Then Salim Hanna, the Colombian, rookie winner yesterday. Sebastian Weldon, winner in December, 8th on the grid for this one. Kia Nakamura Berta, reigning rookie champion. Olivieri took a dominant win last night. Martin Molnar and Tiago Rodriguez on the 6th row of the grid. Row 7 is Arjun Chaheda, the Indian, and the Australian Seth Gilmore. Then Yuta Suzuki alongside the Bison, Alexander Bondarev. Emily Cotti lining up 17th on the grid alongside August Raber. Then it's Kyoho Lee of South Korea and the Emirati, Hamda Al-Kubaisi. 21st on the grid for Taha Hasiba, the Qatari, and then Wang Yujie alongside David Cosma and Abdullah Ayman Kamel from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Tamim Hasiba, who turned 15 yesterday. Alex Powell has got a lot to do from 26th. Farah Al Youssef likely to start from the pit lane. Fu Yu Hao recovering after his incident yesterday. And Beda Al Sulaiti starting from the back after retiring in race 1. So 28 minutes on the clock again, and we've got that pinnacle that's been recovered and down in pit lane. I can't quite make out who it is. I think that might even be Hamda Al-Kubaisi, you know. Although I didn't think she was in a pinnacle. I thought she was in the Axel GP car. The timing screen says that the number 8 is at the end of pit lane. That is Hamda Al-Kubaisi, but that's clearly a pinnacle. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening there, but we'll have to figure it out as we get ready for the second race of the weekend. So to the front row of the grid then go Cole Hewitson of South Africa and the home favourite, Adam Al-Azadi. Can he convert his first ever front row start in F4 into a race victory? He's going to have a lot of pressure. Hewitson will not want to crack. As the rookie driver, the pressure's all on him. But Stoltemanis in third, Savinkov in fourth, and Renault Franco in fifth are all going to be pushing to try and make the advantage count. And don't forget that we've still got the dominance of Emanuele Olivieri on the grid. He's going to be in 10th place. Green flag flies at the back of the grid. The lights come on. When they go out, we'll be racing. Let's race it, yes, Marina. And it's a poor start for Hewitson. Stoltemanis is going to charge through. Adam Alazari takes the initial lead. Oh, what about Stoltemanis? Can he work his way past? They come up to the corner. Stoltemanis trying to hold it right round the outside. And Alazari could be getting to the lead of the race. Is it going to be enough? Stoltemanis is going to work hard to put the Mumbai Falcons car in front. But if he holds it, no, Alazari is in front. And for the first time in his career, Adam Alazari leads in F4. So Stoltemanis making a terrific start through into second place. Cole Hewitson is still there, I believe, in P3, the XL driver. So it's going to be an interesting one. There he is, he's going wheel to wheel, and he loses ground to the man beside him, Renault Franco, getting through in the third position. Excellent start for the Dutchman. As the drivers work their way through, it's going to be a very tough race ahead now for Adam Alazadi. Can he thwart Thomas Stoltemanis? As for fourth position, Hewitson's going to have to really work hard to keep the Prema of Chijin Ray back. Yellow flag at turn 1, and that's why it's Chijin Ray. Chijin Ray is gone. Oh, big disaster, and everybody's tried their best to avoid him. But Chijin Ray, the Chinese driver, has gone around at turn 1 in the battle with Cole Hewitson. And that is very unfortunate indeed for the Prema driver. Such a great talent, Chijin Ray, and it just hasn't worked out for him at all. as Adam Al-Azhari is trying his best to break the toe and keep Thomas Stoltemanis behind him. But there's going to be a big challenge as they move their way forward into position. The contenders are working forward. Stoltemanis doing his best to try and close up on the man in the lead. There is Adam Al-Azhari as the drivers try their best to stay out of trouble. Oh, there's a damaged front wing for the Mumbai Falcon. So that is already a very tough race ahead for the Mumbai Falcon. In question, I think that could even be, I was going to say it's Kia Nakamura-Berta, but it's not, because there's Nakamura-Berta running in 4th place already. What a charge back from Nakamura-Berta. It's actually Arjun Chaheda that's lost his front wing. Big lock up into turn 1, and that, I believe, was Chaheda struggling to get the car turning in. He will not have any grip at the front end of the car, but it's Al-Azhari, Stoltemanis, Franco, Nakamura-Berta, Savinkov and Hewitson from Salim Hanak, the Colombian, and Martin Molnar ahead of Weldon and Olivieri. Oh, a big run wide. So down to the W Hotel. Couple of lockups, and that is Stoltemanis in front of Al-Azhari. He's got the lead. So the Latvian has got ahead of Adam Al-Azhari. It was great while it lasted, but Stoltemanis has found his way in front. Maybe a mistake for Al-Azhari, maybe Stoltemanis found the move, but whichever way it happened, Stoltemanis now leads in front of Adam Al-Azhari and Renault Francote. Nakamura-Berta, and there's a spinner in the background. That's one of the Evans GP cars that's gone around by the look of it. So we'll have to pick up on who that was, but certainly a big problem there. And I'm afraid it looks as though we've had a big issue in the first lap. And I'll tell you that there is one driver that did not take the start, and that's why I was confused earlier on. It was Hamda Al-Kubaisi. She's not made the start. Clearly some problems with the car. And yesterday's birthday boy, Tamim Hasiba, the Qatari, has ended up pitting at the end of the first lap with damage. So now it's all down to Adam Al-Azhari. Can he get back on terms with Thomas Stoltemanis? Stoltemanis looking really good for the win in this one. Adam Al-Azhari has learnt a lot in his year behind the wheel in F4. He didn't quite get the full season campaign last year because he had to wait until he turned of age. Nakamura-Berta is a threat though, 4th position, and he's made the progress. Salim Hana's dropping back. Something's happened to Salim Hana. The Colombian appears to have had a problem. And coming down pit lane, that is the 88 of Salim Hana, so it was him who lost his front wing, in fact. I thought it was Arjun Chaheda, but it wasn't, it was Hana. So the Colombian who won the rookie race yesterday, Salim Hana, now into the pits with a broken front wing. Very disappointing indeed, and what a shame for the Colombian. So that is him out of contention for the win in this one. So Stoltemanis leads the way, Al-Azhari second. Now it's actually pressure off him to a certain extent, because he can now chase Stoltemanis. Francote is third, 4th is Kia Nakamura-Berta. There is an incident involving Chijun Ray and Cole Hewitson that will be investigated after the race. Hewitson is still looking good to win in the rookies category as he runs in 5th position, but Savinkov is now behind him. So Hewitson has done well to get back on terms with Savinkov in the race GP car. There is the 41 of Alex Powell, who is up into 12th position. He's got ahead of Thiago Rodriguez by the look of it. So Alex Powell is charging through the field like the bullet in Mario Kart, absolutely storming back. So we could see it, a point or two here taken by Alex Powell. There's the confirmation on your screen that we'll have the incident between Chijun Ray and Cole Hewitson investigated after the race. And certainly for the time being, it's going to be a tough one for the race leader, Stoltemanis, to pull clear of Al-Azhari, with Francote and Nakamura-Berta 3rd and 4th. Here they come. And a big dive on the inside line. Is that going to be enough for Savinkov to get the run on Hewitson off the final turn? Can he make it stick? Hewitson runs wide. That could be enough for Savinkov as they come through, and look out. Here comes Emanuele Olivieri. Olivieri's in the mix. There he is, side by side with Hewitson. Having already dealt with Savinkov, Olivieri's trying to get himself up into the top 5. The race 1 winner yesterday, and he's going to go right on the outside of Cole Hewitson. Can he maintain that? If he can, then it's the move of the weekend so far. He's still there to Hewitson's right. And is that enough to get through? It is, my goodness. Emanuele Olivieri, what an overtake from the Italian. Supreme race control, excellent racecraft. As Arjun Chaheda has been given a warning for track limits, so he's got to be careful that he doesn't overshoot. Stolchamanis leads the way, Alizani second, Franco third, Nakamura Roberta fourth, and into the pits comes Alexander Bondarev. So that is very unfortunate indeed for the Bison. After a difficult race yesterday, it looks as though he's picked up damage in race 2, and I'm afraid it's not going to go his way. So now we've got 3 retirements. We've got Hamid Al-Kibasi, we've got Tamim Hasiba, and we've got Alexander Bondarev. I can tell you that Salim Hanna pitted, but then exited the pits again. So he's back out there. Kia Nakamura Roberta, second warning for track limits on only lap 4. So Kia Nakamura Roberta desperately trying to get back to the lead. He's going to have to really be careful. As into the pits comes Farah Al-Youssef just in front of me. So I'm afraid it looks as though she's going no further. I wonder if she's got some mechanical issues with that car. Meanwhile, side by side, Cole Hewitson versus Alexander Savinkov. These two are still at it. Hewitson holds it, Savinkov goes long on the brakes, and he'll have the inside line, and he's there. Beautiful from Savinkov. There's not a lot of space to manoeuvre each other. Hewitson trying to keep his foot in, as Olivieri sets the fastest lap of the race up to P5, but he's got 5 seconds to make up on Stolchamanis in the lead. Still some good performances all around, and I think we've lost Arjun Chaheda. Goodness me, the Mumbai Falcons are having a very tricky race behind Stolchamanis and Nakamura Roberta. First Salim Hanna in trouble, and now Arjun Chaheda as well. So Arjun Chaheda looks like he's going no further. And through goes Chijun Ray, who manages to recover after his earlier incident. That's why we didn't go to safety car, because he managed to recover. Stolchamanis leads Al-Azali in front of Franco and Nakamura Roberta, and there's Olivieri catching them as quickly as he can. He's just done a 1:56.8, so this could be an amazing 5-way bout, and still the battle's rage as Alex Powell gets his move on Savinkov, and there is Arjun Chaheda. I thought he was out of the race. That's exactly what's befallen him, and he spun the car off on the final turn. Now that could be a safety car because he can't move, and he's already got out of the car. So that's almost certainly going to be a safety car because he's on the edge of the final turn. So they have to investigate whether they can get a recovery truck there in time to move him back. But I suspect that that is going to be a safety car. So Nakamura Roberta back to P4, Olivieri back to P5, Alex Powell is up into 8th place. He's passing people like they're standing still, and that's the safety car. So safety car is on track. Alex Powell breathes a sigh of relief. I've done so much hard work, I've stayed out of trouble, I haven't got any damage, so now I can fight my way back into contention. And let's not forget that Alex Powell is going to be starting race 3 from pole position. So the safety car is out. Stolchamanis will lead the field around. Al-Azali, Franco, Nakamura Roberta, Olivieri, Cole Hewitson, Alexander Savinkov now behind Alex Powell, who is P7. So 7th for Powell, Savinkov, Weldon is 9th. August Raber's done a great job, he's up to P10. So a good job there, right in behind Sebastian Weldon. There is Weldon, and there's August Raber. So a good work, a good performance so far from Raber. It's into the pits, comes Thiago Rodriguez. So Thiago Rodriguez has come in. So that is more disappointment for the man who became the F4 Chinese champion and was a race victor in F4 Australia. So the Macanese driver, Thiago Rodriguez, unable to convert. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What a shame for Thiago Rodriguez. It's all gone wrong. Hopefully they'll be able to get it back out at least and he can rejoin at the tail of the field. So Stolchamanis leading, Al-Azali second, then Franco, Nakamura Roberta, Olivieri, Hewitson is P6, Powell is 7th, Savinkov 8th, then Weldon, Raber, Molnar, Suzuki, Fuyu Hao, Emily Cotti doing well in 14th in front of David Kozma, and then Bader El-Sulaiti, Taha Hasiba, Abdullah Ayman Kamel, Kyohu Lee is 19th in front of Seth Gilmore, and then it will be Chijun Ray, Salim Hanna, Wangu Zhe, Farah Al-Youssef has gone back out onto the circuit again, and I'm going to expect that Thiago Rodriguez is going to form up at the back of the field. So now the the drivers get the chance to have a think about things. 19 positions made up so far for Alex Powell. That is extraordinary in the space of 5 laps. That just shows you how determined he was to move forward. And it also tells you just how strong he could have been yesterday, because up until he got to second gear, he was in the lead. He was having a fantastic start, and he would have, I think, pulled clear of Olivieri. But once he got into second gear, the car wouldn't do any more than that. Second gear was all it was capable of. Now are the Yazid team, a little nervous for Adam Al-Azadi, but also hoping for a double points finish with August Reber. August Reber's done a very good job to get himself up there to the points, and he's made a good recovery considering that he started in 18th place. Good run as well for Emily Cotti. She started 17th and has made up 3 places. Looking good for the rookie Podium, currently the 3rd highest rookie in the race. So Emily Cotti having a very solid run, the British driver who was the Super 1 Junior Rotax champion last season. Safety car in this lap. There you go. The lights are out and they're going to bring the safety car in. So now it's time to see what Stoltemanis can do with Adam Al-Azadi, hoping to push him and go for the victory himself. Stoltemanis drops the hammer and Adam Al-Azadi has responded well to it. So he's going to be fairly close to him as they come off the turn. So they go back down the straight. Stoltemanis leads and it's green, 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 green here at Yas Marina. A good opportunity as the drivers work their way further forward. Watching on the pit wall as they work their way past. But Stoltemanis leading, Al-Azadi second. Looks like we've had an issue with our first corner camera. So hopefully we'll be able to pick it up in a moment. But Stoltemanis in front of Al-Azadi, Franco, Nakamura, Berta and Olivieri. Olivieri's definitely one to watch in this one, but then so too is Alex Powell, who's worked his way up to P7. Can he do any more than that? Almost certainly with the pace he's been able to find. Here comes the leader, Stoltemanis, in front of Al-Azadi. Franco's got pressure from Nakamura Berta, and there's Alex Powell already putting pressure on the man in front of him, Cole Hewitson. The South African's going to have a world of pressure. Here's Alex Powell, he's got a good run off the turn, and surely Alex Powell is going to make easy pickings of Cole Hewitson down to the first corner. He's got to go the long way round, but he's got the confidence to go slow in, fast out. He decides against the move there, but he could get him on the exit. And he's already going to go side by side. Has Hewitson already lost the place to Alex Powell? Yes, he has. So Powell is now in P6. And apparently the safety car procedure is now under investigation. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But what an exciting race this is turning into. And look at Nakamura Berta swarming around all over the back of Renault Franco. Franco trying to hold him back, but Nakamura Berta's got him on the brake. They're going to be side by side. And watch out, because Olivieri's right behind you. So Nakamura Berta's going to take on Franco. Olivieri's going to go for them both. He's going to slingshot to the inside of both men. But Nakamura Berta holds it. Olivieri's through as well, though. So Nakamura Berta into 3rd place, desperately trying to keep Olivieri behind him. And so Nakamura Berta is 3rd, Olivieri is 4th. And watch out, boys, here comes Alex Powell in the background. Olivieri going side by side with Nakamura Berta. Renault Franco fancies his chances, back on the inside of both of them. Thinks better of it, Nakamura Berta locks up. Olivieri comes back, there goes Franco on the inside line. Renault Franco, wheel to wheel with Emanuele Olivieri. Can Olivieri hold it to the inside line? The answer is yes, but Franco is not giving up. He's going to try again into the W Hotel section. 12 minutes to go. So Stoltemanis leads Al-Azadi, but the battle for 3rd is raging. Nakamura Berta, Emanuele Olivieri, Renault Franco, and now Alex Powell has caught them up. So Alex Powell is going for P5. He's going to have to work hard to get past Renault Franco, and he's got past what he could consider to be the relatively straightforward drivers to make a move on. Now it's going to be all uphill from here. So Alex Powell waiting for his moment. Sebastian Weldon has not quite made the progress he would have liked either. And the incident involving 25, 28 and 29 will be investigated after the race. So that is The incident then involving several competitors in the field. Number 25, I think it's number 25 they're talking about. It could be somebody else. There was also an incident at turn 6 involving 18 and 15. That is Wang Jie and Tamim Hasiba. That's going to be investigated after the race. 25, 28, 29. That's Cole Hewitson, Chi-Jun Ray. But they're also suggesting the number 25 is involved in it, which is interesting because there is number 25 on my entry list. I'm not entirely sure who they're referring to. We'll have to pick that one up later, I guess. On the inside, and on move on the inside of Weldon. So Weldon has lost ground there. As moving further forward, Cole Hewitson holds his position. Weldon thought he had the move, and now he's got to really work hard to keep Savinkov behind him. Savinkov's going to his right. Savinkov pulls just a little bit ahead, but a lock up and a hold on the inside line keeps Weldon in P8 for the moment. Not so dominant as he was at the end of the season in 2024. Weldon definitely with his backs to the wall this time. And a big lunge on the inside from Weldon to charge forward on Hewitson on the retaliation. That is the kind of move Weldon can make when his back's against the wall. He knew that Savinkov was going for it, so he thought, enough, I need to get ahead of Cole Hewitson, and he slam dunks him into the W Hotel. That is amazing. Well done to Sebastian Weldon. That is one of the overtakes of the weekend so far. From a long way back, he just surged into the inside line, and that'll do nicely. Alex Powell still all over the back of Renault Franco, and there's August Raber. He pulls off the move now on Cole Hewitson. So with Savinkov in front, August Raber does the business too, and Cole Hewitson is in real jeopardy of losing his rookie victory to Yuta Suzuki in the 58. He could end up in dire straits. On the inside line, there is Alex Powell getting the move on Renault Franco. That's P5. So up to 5th position then for Alex Powell. A really solid run down the back straight. And it's Stolchamanis, Alazzali, Nakamura Berta and Emanuele Olivieri. We've still got 9 minutes of this race left, so what will the tyres give them in the closing minutes? And watch out, because Alex Powell is now into 5th position, although Renault Franco is desperately trying to get it back. Not going to happen, not when Alex Powell is as strong as he is. Nakamura Berta sets the new fastest lap of the race, half a second quicker than Stolchamanis and Alazzari in front of them. And look at Powell desperately trying to shake off Renault Franco. Don't you dare! It took me that long to get ahead. I'm not going to lose it now. Raber versus Hewitson. Hewitson tries to go long. August Raber back on the inside. And Cole Hewitson really is in trouble because that man behind him is Yuta Suzuki, going for the rookie victory. 3rd in rookie, by the way, is Emily Cotti. So there could well be a big challenge. So retirements are plenty in this race. Hamda Al-Kubaisi failed to take the start, some kind of technical issue. Tamim Hasiba got into the walls with Wang Jie. And I'm afraid Alexander Bondarev picked up damage in the first couple of laps of the race. So that's 3 retirements already. 4 if you count Arjun Chaheda, which of course is what brought out the safety car. Apologies. So there are 25 drivers still running in this race. Now for the braking zone for turn 1. Stolchamanis, Alazzari, Nakamura Berta. That's your top 3. We're currently watching the battle further back. And it's getting pretty tight in there as well. Fuyu Hao dueling away with Yuta Suzuki and Martin Molnar. Emily Cotti is in that mix as well for Race GP. Further up, Nakamura Berta's got Emanuele Olivieri all over the back of him, and he wants to take on Adam Alazzari. Alazzari trying to break the toe, and as they go down the back straight, this is all going to be about Alazzari trying to shake off Nakamura Berta, but he doesn't want to weave too much. He could get a ticking off from the officials. He now marries the inside apex, and Nakamura Berta slam dunks him on the inside. What a switch up from Nakamura Berta. Beautiful. He sells him the Mansell PK Silverstone move, and it's absolutely glorious. Well done to Nakamura Berta, and now Emanuele Olivieri is lining up the same move around the outside. He might get him before they even hit the brakes. Olivieri holds it to the far side and could go just right round the outside. Beautiful. Olivieri through into 3rd position. Well, Adam Alazzari held on for as long as possible, and he did take the lead on the first lap. but it looks as though that first victory will have to wait just a little bit longer. So Thomas Stolgimanis now leads Nakamura, Berta, Olivieri and Alazzari, with Alex Powell trying to close in, and that is some tough stuff going on further back. As Cole Ewenson duels with his teammate Fuyu Hao. He can't afford to lose too much ground to him, because the man behind them is the man who could take the rookie victory away from him, Yuta Suzuki. So the rookie victory is going to go all the way to the wire, and it's just outside the top 10. Stolgimanis, Nakamura, Berta, then Olivieri, Alazzari and Alex Powell. So there is the duel. There's Cole Ewenson in front of his teammate Fuyu Hao, who is unintentionally protecting his teammate from losing out to his fellow rookie Yuta Suzuki. Third warning for track limits, I'm afraid, for the 58, and that is Yuta Suzuki, so that could help out Cole Ewenson. But if both of them struggle, Emily Cotti is waiting in the wings in 14th to potentially take her first rookie victory on only her second appearance in the championship. Down the back straight, and here comes Emanuele Olivieri. Now that they've dealt with Alazzari, the battle is on for second place behind Stolgimanis. They've touched! Oh my goodness, how close was that? Nakamura, Berta and Olivieri bang wheels in the braking zone. They are so lucky to get away with that. And now they're going to be raging at each other down to turn 1. Olivieri will not want to be pushed around by Nakamura, Berta. He's going to draw ahead, he's going to draw in front, but can Nakamura, Berta shut him down in turn 1? Olivieri right round the outside, and this could be the title battle between the two men. Nakamura, Berta stays in front, Olivieri third for the moment, but how much further can this battle go before it gets fisticuffs? Alex Powell, P5 behind Alazzari, trying to catch them with 4 minutes on the clock. There is no further action for the safety car procedure, we're told. Braking zone, Fuyu Hao locks up behind August Raber. So Cole Ewenson has got pressure now from Martin Molnar, with Yuta Suzuki and Emily Cotti having worked her way forward. So Emily Cotti is waiting to try and grab this victory in the rookie category. She's not far away from it at the moment. So there's still every chance that we could see the British driver take a victory in the rookie category, but she's got a lot of work to do to take on these guys. Cole Ewenson and then Yuta Suzuki. She's got to keep her cool, but she learnt in one of the best proving grounds in the world. Super 1 Series karting in the United Kingdom has given us so many stars. Up on the inside, there goes Alex Powell. He gets his move on Adam Alazzari. Into 4th position goes the Jamaican sensation. The man who has roots in Kingston in Jamaica. His uncle was the legendary Olympic athlete Asafa Powell. And of course nowadays he lives and has been raised in Miami in Florida. Can he catch these two before the end? He's still going to shake off Alazzari. Adam Alazzari's not letting him have it very easily. So there could still be an opportunity. But Kian Nakamura, Berta has a real chance to go for some decent points. But Olivieri wants to take some more off him. He knows that Nakamura, Berta is going to be a threat in the title race. And Olivieri, dominant victory yesterday. Nakamura, Berta needs to stay ahead of him if he's going to have any chance to gain some momentum before the weekend comes to a close. This is so important for Nakamura, Berta, not just for the championship, but also psychologically. So it'll be a really interesting situation as they continue on. Let's see if the move continues on. Alex Powell and Adam Alazzari trying to chase down these two. 2 minutes to go. Nakamura, Berta and Emanuele Olivieri still having a really solid run. Stolgimanis 2 seconds clear. I think his tyres are going to go the distance, to be fair. It's all going to come down to Nakamura, Berta versus Olivieri. 1 minute and 45 seconds or so left on the clock. So I reckon by this math we've probably got 3 laps to go, including this one. And it's going to be a really tough measure for Nakamura, Berta to shake off Emanuele Olivieri. Can he do it? Olivieri wants the podium place. Now Francote and Weldon have actually been very smart over the last 5 minutes. They've been looking after tyres, and now they've got Powell and Al-Azhari in their sights. Now yesterday, Adam Al-Azhari struggled to 9th position with a bent wishbone in the suspension. Incredible considering how difficult it must have been to drive the car. Olivieri again attacking Nakamura Berta. Nakamura Berta trying to keep that car as wide as a Buick. Off the straight. And now down the main cavalry. This is going to be another big chance for Olivieri. Nakamura Berta doing everything he can to keep him from the inside apex. But Olivieri could drive it right round the outside. He's more than half a car length ahead now. Can he get there? Nakamura Berta shaking him down again and trying desperately to squeeze him. And he's done it for now. Olivieri looking for another way past. Down to the W Hotel. These two are likely to be the implacable title rivals of 2025. Nakamura Berta, last year's rookie champion, versus Emanuele Olivieri, the domination and force of yesterday's first race. This man, Thomas Stolchemanis, has just driven a smooth and comfortable race in the lead. No real pressure on him since he got ahead of Adam Al-Azhari. He's basically made this race very much his own. And so now the title battle, in my opinion, is going to be between these two. Nakamura Berta versus Olivieri. Time's up. So now they're going to race back to the finish line and have one more lap after that. It's going to be really sensational, this battle for the title, isn't it? Olivieri clearly the faster driver, but Nakamura Berta playing very smart at the moment, making sure that that car is wide enough that there's not a lot of room for Olivieri to play with. Olivieri, slow in, fast out. Nakamura Berta's got to shake him off again, down the back straight. Stolchemanis looking good for the win, but what will happen between these two? Who will be second? Will it be Nakamura Berta or will it be Olivieri? Olivieri getting close in the slipstream. He's going to draw more level than he's ever been on the back straight, slightly in front. Can he cut across at the braking zone? He's got to keep it. He's got to keep it tight. And Olivieri's got there. Brilliant from Olivieri. But he runs wide on the exit. Nakamura Berta can get back in the slipstream and have another go. 1 lap to go. Nakamura Berta trying again. Stolchemanis leads the way. But Olivieri and Nakamura Berta are not done yet. They're side by side. Is Nakamura Berta going to have the opportunity? They're going to be there. And Nakamura Berta's back in front. He's got him again. Oh, this is a wonderful race battle between the two. Olivieri gets him. Nakamura Berta gets him back. Is that all you've got? Come on, give me a real race. Fantastic between the two men. Olivieri and Nakamura Berta snapping at each other's heels behind Thomas Stolchemanis, the Latvian, who leads comfortably by 2 seconds. But can Olivieri get back on terms with the British Japanese up front? Wonderful to watch these two. They are really giving such good racecraft at the moment. Olivieri has completely transformed himself over the winter. He has suddenly become a formidable driving force. And Kian Nakamura Berta, who came into this season thinking, well, I was the rookie champion last year, I was second in the championship, surely this is my title, has had a rude awakening, not just from his teammate Alex Powell, but also from Emanuele Olivieri. The two Race GP teammates, Powell and Olivieri, are going to be pushing him hard all season. But I think Nakamura Berta has just done enough to keep Olivieri behind him. But the man up front, Thomas Stolchemanis, has been the wisest man of all. Got ahead of Al-Azhari, took care of the tyres, made it count in his favour, and it looks like it's going his way. Down to the chicane for the final time. Olivieri tries one last trick, and he's not going to be close enough. He has to think about it, but he has to back out. It's a victory for Thomas Stolchemanis. He takes the flag. Excellent work from the Latvian. Nakamura Berta second. Olivieri third from Alex Powell, who started 22 places back from where he finishes. What a drive from Alex Powell in P4. Al-Azhari 5, Franco 6th, from Weldon, Savinkov, and the rookie winner, Cole Hewitson from South Africa. What a motor race. Absolutely sensational. And Thomas Stolchemanis, after a year of hard work, gets his first win in F4. Magnificent from Thomas Stolchamanis. Despite damage across the line, Bader Al-Sulaiti does come home. August Raber sadly out of the race in the closing stages. That's unfortunate. He was doing a great job up to the top 10, but he does give the Hungarian driver Martin Molnar his first point on his second race of the season. What an absolutely superb race. The top 4 gave us magnificent motorsport from the green light. Thomas Stolchamanis taking his first victory. The Latvian will be so proud, and everyone back home in Riga will be absolutely delighted. Stolchamanis takes the win from Nakamura Berta. Olivieri in third place, can't quite get him, but Alex Powell 26th on the grid to P4. Alizadi, Franco, Weldon, Savinkov, Hewitson gets the rookie win in front of Martin Molnar, Fuyuhao and Yuta Suzuki. David Cosma 13th in front of Chijan Ray, Emily Cotti, Tiago Rodriguez, Seth Gilmore and Salim Hanna. From Kyohu Lee, Taha Hasiba, Abdullah Ayman Kamel, and then Wong Ujur and Bader Al-Sulaiti. There were quite a few retirements in that race. August Raber, Farah Al-Yusuf, Arjan Shaheda, Alexander Bondarev, Tamim Hasiba and Hamda Al-Kubaisi. What an absolutely terrific race victory. And everybody back home in Latvia can now start thinking about a prodigy climbing the ranks to Formula One. We always knew in karting he had the talent. Now he's put his money where his mouth is. Great results for the top 3, particularly the battle between Nakamura Berta and Olivieri. That's going to be a season-long fight. But the man on the top step is the Latvian, Thomas Stolchamanis. What an incredible drive. So smooth, so calm, so mature. And now he is a worthy winner. Drink this in, Thomas. You're a winner at last in F4. Superb. Masterclass from Thomas Stolchamanis. He was always going to win in F4. Mumbai Falcons put their faith in him. They knew he had what it took, and he has proved it today. Magnificent from the Latvian. Get ready, folks, because that is the first of many race wins in motorsport for the Latvian superstar. Thomas Stolchamanis. Remember the name. You're going to hear it a lot in the years to come. This guy has all the credence, all the potential, all the ambition to get into the Formula One paddock. And with a drive as smooth and as serene as that, it could well be his opportunity. With 2 second places though in the first 2 races of the year, Kian Nakamura Berta has the lead of the championship just over Emanuele Olivieri. But the 2 of them is going to be really exciting to see how the battle progresses. It is going to be so tight in this championship fight. So just doing the maths, no, my apologies, doing the maths, it is actually still Olivieri leading the championship because he has 48 points. So, he has 50 because he got the 2 points for pole position. So Nakamura Berta does have a pair of second places to his name now, 44 points, so he's just 6 points back now from Emanuele Olivieri. But what a performance and what a result as Stolchamanis takes his first win in F4. Well, we're with the top three drivers from the first race of the day, the second of the weekend. Emanuele Olivieri, third position. It was a very brutal race out there. A lot of overtakes you had to do to get back to third position from 10th. Talk us through how the race played out.
Yeah, it was a good race at all. Just a bad start, a lot of spin. After a bad first lap, I managed to did some overtake. The pace was always really good. I was think P5, then the safety car helped us a lot, and yeah, managed to do being P3. Good battle with Keane, and yeah, I think could have been finished P2, but yeah, it's okay. Finish from P10 to P3 is a good result for the team.
Without the safety car, do you think the car had enough pace in you to go for the victory?
Yeah, I think yes. My engineer before the safety car told me that it was the fastest on track, so I think I could have been fighting even without a safety car.
Well, there's still another victory to play for this evening. Good job.
Thank you.
Let's talk to the man in second position. He's now done it twice and certainly up for the fight for the championship. Kian Nakamura-Berta. Not a bad way to start the season. 2 out of 2 now for 2 positions, and now a chance to go for one more in the third.
Yeah, totally. We weren't really thinking we could finish on the podium like today with the reverse grid. It's always tough, but I had a good start, and then the car felt pretty good. We also took the fastest lap, I believe. Car felt much better. But yeah, it was a tough race towards the end, seriously. Just defending for my life. I had a good battle with Emanuele, and yeah, it was a really fun race, to be honest.
Grabbing second position when you weren't expecting to, how much confidence does that give you for the title fight for the rest of the year?
I think, to be honest, it's round one. We've still got loads of rounds. We've got a track at the end of it which no one's been to. So I think we just need to keep our head down, collect as many points as possible. That's our aim every weekend. Just finishing the points, grab them, and then we'll just see where we are towards the end of it, and hopefully we'll be there to battle for the championship.
Good job so far. Even stronger this year than last. Well done.
Thank you.
Let's grab a word with our race winner for the very first time in F4 after a year of learning, Thomas Stoltemanis. For Latvia, you have given them the first F4 victory for quite some time, certainly the first in the modern era. How are you feeling after such a smooth race?
Yeah, feels good. First victory always feels sweet. Last year I had a chance to win as well, but I didn't do it. So this year I made less mistakes and finally did it.
Do you think this is going to be the opening of the floodgates for you now? Should we see the better side of Thomas Stoltemanis in F4 from now?
We still missed pace, like 3-4 tenths compared to others, while driving in front with no dirty air. So I think there is still space for improvements. So I'll definitely work on that. So I have a good pace, good speed, because that's the most important. And yeah, I think the starts as well. Yesterday the starts were good. Just got to concentrate more on the speed.
Good to get the first one done, though, Thomas. Welcome to the winner's circle.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's grab a victory word with the winning rookie after a fabulous performance all the way through. Cole Hewitson, that was such an intense race, certainly at the front initially, and then trying desperately to stay in front of the likes of your teammate, Fuyu Hao and Yuta Suzuki. Got pretty tense at the end there.
Yeah, the start wasn't really great. I got off the line quite slow, but coming P1 rookie is quite a great feeling. Being up here with the big guys and like first time ever being up here, 4th Formula 4 race. I'm ecstatic from what I just achieved.
How scary was it being on pole position in the first proper series weekend of your career?
Yeah, it was interesting. Nerves were hitting it a little bit, but yeah, I kept calm and composed. Got a little bit off the line quite slow, but yeah.
We're really excited to see how many more rookie wins there are in you this season. Well done.
Thank you.
Battle it has been. In third position for Italy, Emanuele Olivieri. Continuing his great run, he leads the championship with a few points in hand from the man in second position for Great Britain, Kian Nakamura-Berta. A solid and smooth run to P2 when a podium looked unlikely. Great performance from the Brit. But your race winner for Latvia, Thomas Stoltemanis. And I promise you folks, that is the first of many from this superstar talent. And welcome the rookie victor for South Africa, Cole Hewitson. A great run for the Excel Motorsport driver. Excellent to see him fight through. Now it's my honour to invite Mr. Ong Ma Chai, the Deputy General Manager of the International Sales and Marketing for GT Tyres China, who will present the trophies to our competitors on the podium. Starting off with the man in third position for Italy and Race GP, Emanuele Olivieri. And for the United Kingdom and Mumbai Falcons in second, Kian Nakamura Bata. And to the race winner for Latvia and Mumbai Falcons, Thomas Stolchamanis. And finally for the winning rookie for Excel Motorsport and South Africa, Cole Hewitson. A hearty congratulations to our drivers on the podium for race 2 out of 3 this weekend in round 1 of the 2025 F4 Middle East Championship, certified by FIA here at the Yas Marina circuit, the meeting place of champions. There can only be one in 2025, but we could see them amongst the 3 men on the rostrum, along with Cole Hewitson. Let's see them party in style as they get busy with a fizzy. A magnificent race to start the day, and we have 2 new winners in the world of F4 Middle East. Emanuele Olivieri yesterday and Thomas Stolchamanis today. Will we get 3 out of 3? Join us this afternoon to find out. We're going to take a pause now as the sports cars come out for their 6 hours. We'll have 2 Formula Regional races and an F4 conclusion later. I'm going to go and duck myself in a vat full of honey and keep my mouth wide open. See you in a bit.